South African women cricket team were all dressed in black, fully black, for the fourth ODI against the West Indies. Hello, everyone. This is the Cricket Forum, your place for the latest news, views, rumors, and gossips in the world of cricket. Coming up also in today's show, pathetic batting display by the West Indies in first ODI against India. The top 5 overseas picks for IPL Mega Auction 2022 and Indian Under-19 World Cup winning team get financial reward from the BCCI. This is the Cricket Forum, your place for the latest news, views, rumors, and gossips in the world of cricket. Today's show is brought to you by the Dealmaker Store as always. Let us thank the people at the Dealmaker Store for supporting the Cricket Forum. If you are looking for a clean, reliable, affordable motor vehicle to buy and you are living in the Caribbean, then click the link in the video description and support the Dealmaker Store. So on to the business at hand. South African women cricket team in yesterday ODI against the West Indies were dressed in fully black. All the players, no other color except for the sponsored logo, they were fully black. It was a black ODI. The reason given or what they're trying to promote is gender-based violence against women. So they are highlighting gender-based bias, gender-based violence against women. A very, very noble cause, and no one should support violence against women, men, boys, girls, animals, plants. We should not support violence in no form. So it was very commendable of Cricket Out South Africa initiative to launch this campaign, which they said was scheduled to launch in March 2022 when Australian women were expected to tour South Africa. But because of COVID-19, it never happened. So it was launched yesterday in the 4th ODI against the West Indies, where South African women cricket team, they all wore fully black in trying to bring to the consciousness, the awareness, the violence against women. It is said that even members of that South African cricket team have experienced violence, gender-based violence. And no, I do not support violence in any form against women or men. Because we must not forget that there are some women who abuse their men. But I guess they can't fight every battle, so they pick their battle and they are fighting this one. Bringing to the awareness, bringing to the consciousness, bringing to society, speaking out loud against gender-based violence against women. Fittingly, South Africa won the match, beat the West Indies to take the series 2-1. They won comfortable, chasing 175 to win. They made 176 for 4, winning that match comfortable. But the big talking point coming out of that match was that South Africa have launched a campaign in which every year the women team, one of the ODI matches against touring team to South Africa at the beginning of the year will be known as the Black Test, in which they bring to the table gender-based violence against women. So this is an initiative that needs to be supported, gender-based violence against women. And I have said I do not support violence against any living thing. No living thing should have to suffer from violence. No living thing. So it's a worthwhile initiative by Cricket South Africa to establish and bring to the table to highlight gender-based violence against women. Congratulations, South Africa. Very good. I feel so happy that I can congratulate Cricket South Africa on establishing something that I think is very worthwhile and very noble. The initiative of gender-based violence against women, highlighting it and making recognize that our women and girls and boys and men too are faced with great difficulty some of the times, especially sexual violence against our women, girls, and boys. And so it is good for Cricket South Africa to bring this to the fore. Congratulations. Now, what a pathetic batting display by the West Indies cricket team yesterday. It was awful. Awful. And once again, for the 6th consecutive ODI match, the West Indies cricket team failed to bat their allotted 50 overs. So all you need to do, if you are playing against the West Indies male cricket team in a 50 over ODI, all you have to do, win the toss, put them in. They will all out somewhere between the 40th or 45th over. It will go to the 48th over if they are lucky, or if the tail wag. But once again, it shows the pathetic batting display. Choose the batting. Choose any batsman. Any batsman yesterday. Hope get the 1-2-3 trick. From you're a little boy, you know that. Every bat at grade 12, you know that. At 12 years old, you know that. If the bowler give you if the bowler pitch 3 deliveries, float up 3 deliveries for you, watch the 3rd one. That's all Siraj did yesterday. Give him one outswinger on a length, boom, through the cover 4. Give him another outswinger on a length, boom, through the cover 4. What you are told as a little boy, what you are told as a 12-year-old, watch the 3rd one. It's going to be a little shorter, or a little wider, or a little slower. And that's exactly what happened. Shiraj float up the 3rd one a little slower. Instead of carrying it away, he induct it, up inside edge, boom, done. Simple. Straightforward dismissal. From you're a 12-year-old, you learn that you cannot get out like that. You have to watch the 3rd one. It's a 1-2-3 trick. Ask any pace bowler. They do it all the time. Float up 2 something give you, and you see it and you lick it away. But then the 3rd one, something are gonna be about it. Either the 3rd one have more gas, either it's slower, either it's wider, either it's induct instead of outswing. That's how bowlers get wicket. They're willing to give away 8 runs to get a wicket every time, even 12. And hope the experienced West Indies ODI vice captain, something that you should have learned from 12-year-old, didn't get it. Next wicket, King, Dali. Just bat the ball and mid wicket and lob. Like an evening training session. The spinner Sundar come on. He was bowling. And I was saying to somebody, I'm glad when Bravo came off the strike, because Bravo can't bat. Can't bat. He just a push blindly. Him afraid of the short ball. Him can't bat the short ball. The only thing about Bravo is changing his hat and his helmet at the end of the over. So if the spinner gonna bowl him, send for his hat. And if the pace is going to bowl, he sent for his helmet. That's the only thing, that's the only purpose he served, and he served no worthwhile purpose. No worthwhile purpose. Bravo does not serve no worthwhile purpose in the West Indies cricket team. King gave a baby catch to mid-wicket. Bravo missed a straight one from the spinner, and I think that there was a delivery in the spinner first over that was crashing into the stumping, and they didn't go up for the DRS. But I think it was the 3rd delivery, because Bravo was just pushing his pad and his bat. Brooks. I want to look back at Brooks' dismissal because he got a good delivery. But was he playing in front of his head? And what I mean, did he allow the delivery to come to him, or did he push out a little? He certainly didn't go wide, but was he ahead of his head? If you did draw a straight line from his head down to his pad, would it be a straight line or would it slant forward? That's what I'm asking. Would there be a straight line from the pad to his head when he played the delivery? Or the pad was a little in front of the head? It was a good delivery. Can't be too harsh on him. But then that techniques need to tighten up just a little. Can't be too harsh on Brooks. Honestly, can't be too harsh on Brooks. He got a good delivery. Pollard, waste. Pollard was a waste. The little spinner just threw up on googly. Just toss it up in the air. Pollard had gone a mid-wicket. He didn't pick the googly. Can't bat. He did not pick the googly. The man just threw it up, give him. Can't bat. One ball. Had gone a mid-wicket swipe. Out, ball. Between bat and pad. The big West Indies skipper. Fall shot from Puran. There was no need. He just misjudged a straight one and a sweep. Who else? Older made 50 yard, but with Allen just out, why did he cut at that ball? With Allen just out and West Indies still have the better part of 10 overs to bat, there was no need to cut at that delivery. Allen Dolly just back the ball. And nothing delivery, he just get back in his crease and punch it to Sundar. It was a pathetic batting display by the West Indies. And you see, sometimes things happen. Was Roach's selection a Barbadian selection? Remember, the chief selector now is Desmond Haynes. West Indies chief selector is now Desmond Haynes. Was selecting Roach a Barbadian pick? Because Roach bring nothing to the table. But you know what? You still have to give Roach another chance in the second ODI. You still have to give him a second chance. You can't bring him and just play him one match, although his 5 overs went for 40 runs, 40 odd. But you still can't give. It's unfair to give him one match. But saying that, he should not have been there in the first place. And was he a Barbadian pick? Was Roach a Barbadian pick? Was Bravo a Trinidadian pick? Because I don't know why Bravo is still in this West Indies team. Him afraid of pace and him can't bat spin. So what is he doing in the West Indies team? Afraid of the sharp ball, can't bat spin. If you don't float it up outside the half stump for him drive through the cover, nothing doing. And everybody knows that. Everybody, that's from ball one, him come, them start ball short to him. They never line him up for the first 2 balls. So it was him. I think he took a few down to find leg for singles because they never quite lined him up. But he can't bat the short ball. He's afraid of the short ball. Everyone in cricket knows that Bravo is afraid of the short ball and he cannot bat spin. Does the West Indies selector not know this? Do the selectors of the West Indies cricket team don't know that Bravo time have expired? There come a time when every cricketer time expire. And that's why West Indies cricket is bigger than all of them. West Indies cricket is bigger than all of them. And so, was Bravo a Trinidadian pick because the captain and the coach is a Trinidadian? And was Roach a Barbadian pick because the selector is a Barbadian? Because for the life of me, I don't see why both players are in the team. The thing about it though, for honesty and for accountability, you cannot give them one match and drop them. So expect them to play tomorrow. Expect them, because if they don't play tomorrow, what the selectors are actually saying that we got it wrong. And these guys are full of ego. They're full of ego. So they're going to play. They won't admit that they got it wrong. So expect Bravo and expect Roach to play. In fact, expect the same team. The person who might get dropped tomorrow, believe it or not, it might be Hallin. Hallin, who, if it wasn't for that 90-yard runs partnership between Hallin and Older, West Indies have probably made less than 100, but he's the likely man to get dropped tomorrow. He's the likely man. Because usually when a team lost, they make changes. But I don't see them changing Roach, and I don't see them changing Bravo. Open King will open again, naturally. Brooks deserves his game. Pollard has to play because he's the captain. Puran will play because he's by far he has one of the best average on the team, probably the second best ODI average on the team, and he is probably clearly one of the best batsmen on the team, and he's one of the person who, if perform, can win the match for the West Indies. So, and the batting need to improve a lot, because India won with more than 130 balls. So even if at a runner ball, they would still could chase them 300. So this is not an easy total. You have on the bench, you have Shepherd, Simit, Aiden Walsh, and one other. Who's the other person on the bench? Walsh Jr., Shepherd, Simit. It was a 15-man squad that went down there. Somebody tell me, Bonner, the Jamaican test batsman who played test cricket for the West Indies. So Bonner, Simit, Shepherd, and Walsh on the bench. I believe that they will go with the same team, because the only person who could get dropped is Bravo, and they need to give Bravo a second match. They need to give Bravo a second match, and if he doesn't come good, I think that should be the end of him. I don't think he will come good. He can't bat the short ball. He can't bat spin. I don't think he will come good. He's just pushing blindly at the delivery. And Roach have done so well for the West Indies in the Caribbean, but Roach does not have a good overseas record. But in all fairness, if I was a selector, I would not have chosen him. But if you're playing for the first match, he needs another match. The other person I see the dropping tomorrow is Allen. But let's wait and see. But who will replace Allen? Would you replace him with one of the all-rounders, or would you replace him with Aiden Walsh Jr.? I don't know. But how can you replace Allen? The two overs that he bowled look ordinary, but bowling at that time, the energy is out of you because you're already lost. You know, is when you get the ball to bowl, India need only 17 runs to win. You have no energy, you have no zeal, you have no motivation. So bowling at that time was very, very, very unfortunate. You shouldn't even bother to bowl him. What chance he has of winning the match? It's just as I said that give them the victory. All right. So it was a pathetic batting display, and it was a poor selection to continue to have Bravo and Roach. Well, it's a poor selection to include Roach in the squad because he has a poor overseas record. I would include Roach if the match was playing in the West Indies. Honestly, I would have included Roach if the match was playing in the West Indies. But playing in overseas, I would not have him in the squad. I would certainly not have Roach in the squad. I'll stick with Jaden Seeds. Roach should be in the West Indies, as one of my friends said. Roach should be in the West Indies, playing in the regional 4-day cricket starting on Wednesday. Roach should be in the squad, playing in the regional 4-day cricket starting on Wednesday. Jaden Seals is here, and it's good for his development, but I think that he would have been a better pick to be in India than Roach. So I expect the same team to play. One change maybe. They could leave out Roach, but that would be admitting that they got the Roach selection wrong. So if they leave out Roach, they will be admitting that they got the Roach selection wrong. So I don't expect them to leave him out. Let's look at the IPL draft coming up on Saturday, beginning on Saturday. And I want to just look at these 5 persons I think will be the top 5 overseas picks. These are my 5. You can select your 5, but these are my 5 top overseas pick. First, I want to go with David Warner. David Warner have a poor IPL 2021, but he bounced back. He bounced back in the World Cup, and he played some very, very, very good innings in the World Cup in helping Australia to win the T20 World Cup for the first time. He made a number of good scores at the top of the innings, and he played very well in the Ashes series. Very well. In his last match, he got a pair. He got a pair in the last match of the Ashes series, but he bounced back so well. He was so positive and aggressive in the T20 World Cup. And I think that David Warner, he was the captain of the Sunrisers Hyderabad when they won the IPL, I think that he will be one of the top 5 overseas pick. The second one is a South African fast bowler, Kagisa Rabada. There's no doubt that Kagisa Rabada is one of the top fast bowler in world cricket. Full of talent, he can bat a bit. He need to take his batting a little more serious. So you want Rabada to be batting about 8 and giving you 15, 17 runs per innings and bowling at 145, close to 150. And I think that franchises are looking at him because pace is pace. And if he takes his batting a little more serious, I expect him to be one of the top 5 pick in IPL Mega Auction 2022. Quinton de Kock goes without saying, a wicket keeper, dangerous at the top of the order, left-handed batsman. Maybe Bairstow, but I'll give Quinton de Kock the edge. I think Bairstow might be in my second tier, but my first tier, I would go for Quinton de Kock, a wicket-keeper batsman, dangerous at the top of the order, can get you off to a flyer in the power play. And I expect Quinton de Kock to be one of the top 5 pick. And what about the Australian captain, Pat Cummins? Goes without saying. Probably the best fast bowler in world cricket. Kagisa Rabada and Pat Cummins are very, very much 2 of the best fast bowlers, and I expect that franchise will be raging a war for Pat Cummins' signature. And the last person, my top 5 pick, is another Australian. So my top 5 have 3 Australian and 2 South African. Mitchell Marsh. Mitchell Marsh is probably playing the best cricket of his life. You expect to get anywhere between 2-3 over from Mitchell Marsh. You expect him to bat 5 or 6, and he's a finisher. He was the MVP of the World Cup, and we expect that he will carry that form from the T20 World Cup into the IPL, and he is one of the person that I expected to be one of the top 5 pick at the IPL 2022 action. And finally today, and please remember to slash a like on the video, share and subscribe. And today's show is brought to you by the Dealmaker Store. So my final point for today is that the India Under-19 World Cup team have won their 5th Under-19 World Cup. Their 5th Under-19 World Cup. And remember, this is a team that during the tournament have only 11 available players, and the match in which they have 11 available players, they still make 400 runs. Yes, the captain, the vice captain, and 3 other players came down with COVID, and for that match, they have only 11 available players. India flown some other under-19 cricketers over, but they were not needed because these guys recovered from the COVID, and they went through the tournament unbeaten. So India went through the tournament unbeaten and have won their 5th Under-19 World Cup, and the players are going to get over $60,000 in incentive. Each player will get $60,000 in incentive for winning the Under-19 World Cup. They won it easily by 4 wickets. They lost only 6 wickets in chasing down 190. The bowling did a very good job to skit out in England for 189, and chasing 190 to win. Yeah, I get that correct. They're chasing 190 to win. They lost 6 wickets. 2 players get 50. I think that Rashid, but I think he looked very good, along with the captain, Dul. They can bat and Baja. They can bat. This is a very good Indian cricket team. And you know the thing about Indian Under-19? Once you play World Cup, once you play in a World Cup match, you are not allowed again to play Under-19 cricket for India. So that's it for all these guys who took part in this tournament. If you were in the squad and you did not play, you can be in the next cycle. But once you play a match in the World Cup, you are not allowed again to play Under-19 cricket for India. You are now moved to the emerging player level. So and to win 5 World Cup with that strategy, with that policy, it says a lot about Indian cricket. And don't be surprised, because we are hearing that the broadcast rights for the next cycle of the IPL from 2023 to 2027 will be over $6 billion US. So all of that money has been pumped into the franchises and pumped into India cricket. So it certainly means that India cricket will continue to grow for a very, very long time. So the players, each of them will get 60,000 US, which is what, 40 lakhs, and the backup staff, the staff, like the coach and so on, each one of them will get 25,000 lakhs, which equates to about 38,000 US. So 25 lakhs, not 25,000, 25 lakhs and 40 lakhs. So all of them will get incentives for winning the under 19 World Cup, the 2022 under 19 World Cup. Congratulations to the Indian players for winning the under 19 ICC World Cup, Cricket World Cup stage in the West Indies. Please remember, smash a like on the video, share and subscribe. That's it for today. See you in a bit. And I hope that the West Indies come better on Wednesday. I really hope they make changes to that team, but I don't think it will happen. I think that dropping Roach, as I said, will show up the selectors that they got it wrong in the first place. So until next time, everyone, catch you in a bit.